Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to a quick walk around of my 1992 Volvo 240. Apologies for the delay in getting this uploaded. I had to put the car back in the shop the other week to get the AC checked because it had stopped blowing cold, and they just got it back to me today. Turned out it just needed a replacement O-ring on the high pressure line, and we're back in business with an ice cold AC. And I went ahead and had them do a alignment as well at the same time, just because the car hadn't had one in a hot minute. So it's got a fresh alignment, new O-ring, AC blows ice cold, and it is she's ready for a new home. This is Dorothy. I don't remember if I mentioned that or not, but that's my affectionate nickname for her. And yeah, just wanted to do a quick walk around. So driver's side, all the body panels on this side are in really good shape. Absolutely no rust, no structural issues. I believe one or both of the headlights up front have been replaced at some point prior to my ownership, but they're both in good shape. Bumper has one little imperfection right here, but other than that, it's in really good shape. No missing clips or anything down here. The hood is in good shape. Does have a couple imperfections right there. I believe that's where the clear coat's a little worn. Not sure. Didn't really do any attempts to repair it, but just a small imperfection there. Your general, chips and nicks and stuff from a car of this age. The grill, the chrome's peeling off a little bit, but otherwise, overall in good shape. All the trim is there, which is pretty rare for a 240 of this vintage. And again, our tires are in good shape all the way around. Underneath in the front, everything's nice and clean. Power steering rack is seeping a little bit, but I've never addressed it, and I've never had to top the fluid off. I just keep an eye on it. Coming around to the passenger side, we do have a small dent in this quarter panel right here. I don't know if it could be pulled out with paintless dent removal. I'm not an expert on that, but small little dent there. And of course, the clear coat on the top of the door here is starting to fail. Not terribly, but it is there, just so that everyone's aware. And again, it comes with these beautiful Hydra wheels off of a 940 turbo. I absolutely adore these wheels. I think they're the best wheel on a 240, especially in the sedans. If we come up here to the roof, obviously pretty significant clear coat failure. The next buyer could definitely have it repainted, and I think it would up the car's ante level significantly. But for what I was using it for, I didn't mind the clear coat. Back on this side, we've got a little bit of rust on the one wiper arm. Pretty typical. I was gonna take and repaint it, but just never got around to it. Dash does have some cracks. I was gonna have a buddy of mine flock it, and just never got around to it. But that's a good option, or a cover, either one. Coming around back, I did just replace both taillights. They are brand new, and I've got the receipt for them. But they work great, no issues. And then back here, again, clear coat on the trunk lid is failing, pretty typical. And the previous owner built these awesome custom mounts for these Rockford Fosgate speakers you can see here, and the deck lid is in good shape. Both seatbelt retractor covers are actually still there. Most of the time they're broken and destroyed, but they're actually both still there. Coming back around up front, let's go ahead and go inside. Or actually, let me pop the hood real quick. There we go. All right. So everything under here is pretty clean for the age. She runs like a top. Like I said, I just had the AC repaired, and it's got a brand new, let me come over here, brand new OEM compressor that was put in back in September. The compressor job alone was like almost $900, and then just today they replaced the O-ring that was bad, and I've been using the AC this afternoon. It's been working great, blowing nice and cold. No rust again under here. It just got, and this is all detailed in the listing, but it just got a brand new water pump, timing belt, tensioners, all new V-belts, new valve cover gasket, new lower timing cover gasket, new control arm bushings. Let's see. The battery's been replaced. It's not, what year is it? It's I can't remember. I did replace it, but it's not like, it's not super recent, but it's a nice Interstate in good shape. New plugs, wires, yeah, basically. Oh, and then a full PCV job. Got the new breather valve, hose, everything was OE from FCP Euro, and I've got the receipts for all of that. Of course, this engine's in great shape, and I'm confident it would go another 200,000 miles, but the car does come with a full B230 FT swap ready to go in. All the pictures of that are in the listing, and I can do a video of that as well. But this guy is still in good shape and going strong. And this car does have, because it's a 92, it does have ABS, and the ABS is functional. Oh yeah, and new radiator hoses, both top and lower. So yeah, she's in good shape and ready to keep on trucking down the road. All right, going back inside again. Driver's door is missing the mat pocket. They all are at this point. I could have bought one, I just never did. Here again, you have the Rockford Fosgate speakers with a custom mount. These things sound great, I love them. Driver's seat, typical 240 wear on the cloth and the bolster there. I believe the seat bottom was rebuilt at some point with new foam before I bought the car. But again, in good shape, not perfect. A tiny, I mean, I don't even think it's worth really noting, but I want to point it out anyway. Just a tiny bit of surface rust, just from where people have, your feet have kicked it, getting in and out. Nothing significant, nothing to write home about, but just want to show it. Ignore the water there. I'm sorry, I just got done. There's a little bit of water residue. I just got done washing the car again because the pollen here is crazy. Going inside, got the Rinsey the Rinsey floor mats on both sides. Again, dashboard does have the cracks in it. I do believe this mileage is accurate, or at least as accurate as it can be for a 30-year-old Volvo. The odometer gears have been replaced at least once, maybe twice in this car's life. I do have a receipt for one of those. Yeah. Coming over here, we've got a really nice, clean-looking Kenwood head unit that the previous owner put in. It does work with Alexa, Spotify, and a couple other apps. Pretty handy. Has a microphone as well for Bluetooth. Works great. Speakers, again, they sound great. Passenger floorboard, got a Rinsey mat as well, nice and clean. All the under carpet and everything is there under the dash. Center console, all the buttons work. Previous owner added a lock and unlock button. That works. AC, like I said, now works beautifully. All the settings on the heater work. On the blower motor work. Heater works. Yeah, we got an M46 with the old style button. All the gears work. Overdrive works. I will do a driving video here in a bit as well. Passenger side, same thing, missing the lower tray, but otherwise door panel's in good shape. Passenger seat is in really good shape. I just replaced the center console, but I forgot to order the center part of it and the buttons, so those are missing and will need to be added, but it's at least there. There was nothing there before, it was all gone, so got that replaced. Sun visors are a little warped. Well, that one's more than a little bit, but pretty typical for a 240 of this age. I just never mess with it. Yeah. Clean down there. The coin tray / what would have been your ashtray back in the day is nice and clean. Glove box doesn't fall open, stays closed. Everything in there is in good shape. That's just the receipt from the service today. Let's go back out here. Oh, helps if I unlock it. Okay. Back door's good shape. The owner put a cover over where the old speakers used to be. Floor mats are in good shape. Back of the seats are in pretty good shape. I don't think the back seat was ever hardly used in this car. I mean, it's in such great shape overall. Yeah, headliner's in great shape. All the seat belts are accounted for. Back window's nice and clean. The little caps are missing on the handles, but that's pretty typical. Same thing over on this side. Oh, and I meant to point out, all the door sills are basically perfect. I mean, there's no rust or anything. The structural integrity of this car is just so solid. It is hands down the cleanest 240 I've ever owned. Same thing over here. And again, there's the center console, just missing the additional pieces that I didn't order, but better than nothing. There's nothing like the sound of a 240 door. All right, in the trunk, carpet's all there. This isn't perfect. The support thing's pretty weak, so I did put a 2x4 under here just to give it support, or not 2x4, excuse me, just a board. But no rust, no structural issues, everything's clean. That guy just kind of gives this old guy some support. So there we go. Same thing over here, no rust. The spare tire doesn't hold air, but the jack and everything are there. And yeah, there's the new speakers and wiring. The ski pass through, no rust back here. All the jams are good. Excuse the pollen. I swear I just cleaned that last week, but it's been crazy here. So yeah. And then underneath, I don't know how well this is going to show up, but again, no rust, everything's nice and clean, the tires are in good shape. It did get a new muffler at some point in the last couple years, and I've got the receipts for that. But yeah, she's a classic. I'm going to miss it, but I'm going to also do a driving video here in just a bit. I will do a startup video right now. It's not cold because I just drove here, but I will let it cool off and do a cold start video later, as well as a driving video. Oh, I left my keys over on the other side. So I will be right back.